Hello ladies and gents, it is I once more, Rob, here in the lair of OmnusI. And today I am going to review what is the latest RPGCrate that I've received. Maybe the last one if it falls short of my hopes and expectations, but we'll see. Last month for GameholeCon, I talked to Chris Hinson, the founder and a major contributor to his RPGCrate, and I told him some things that I had criticisms about, how it was just module heavy, material that I didn't need. The dice, again, didn't need unless they were something special, but I was looking for more props and interesting things. The shirts are still excellent. As a matter of fact, I am wearing the shirt from the last Loot Crate that I opened, RPGCrate. Different company. And I find I have more use for the RPGCrate than I did the Loot Crate. But, more to the point, I have this RPGCrate for December. This one, he kind of hooked me on because he said, the theme is going to be pirates. I love pirates. I don't have enough pirate-related figures. I don't have as much material as I would like to have for pirates, so my thought is, yeah, I'll sign up for the subscription and take a shot. I think he promised that there'd be things like coins or some other special thing that I wasn't likely to find anywhere else, so we'll see how far that goes. And we'll find out together. Alright. So, opening it up, once again. Again, the crate is the same kind of crate they've always had. Solid. No problems with it. It's always protected everything just fine. I use them to sort out my character sheets. Okay, so we have green paper on top. Nice. This one isn't chock full. It's pretty sparse. So that's unfortunate. We have, alright, here we go. Here's a start. We have a very cool skull bandana. This might become a new backdrop for the lair. 28. I like it. It's a little bit different from some of the other things that I've seen. The skull going into the die, and the octopus tentacles behind it. It's a little bit of a mess of things. The skull and dice together is kind of an odd thing. The jewels in the eyes are cool. The sharp, jagged teeth. It's not quite a human skull. The tentacles behind it. Make for a really frightening monster. So that's interesting. And see, the biggest thing that I notice is there's no shirt. Now, a little bit okay with that, a little bit I've got a lot of gaming t-shirts now because I've been getting these for a little while. And while I like them, I certainly do like gaming t-shirts. If I have equivalent value in this box, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Okay. So then we have a bookmark with a pirate nautical theme. More nautical theme. A scene from the open waves. It's kind of just a, no frills bookmark. I mean, it'll do the job sufficiently, and it's nice art. Then we have another one, and these all do link together, interestingly enough, I find. So you've got 3 slices of a picture. It's going to be really hard to show you by just holding them up. But this one doesn't appear to be connected to the other two. That's weird. But, yeah, I mean, it looks like it's missing a piece. Is there another? Did I miss anything? No, they just don't quite fit together. A couple of them do. But, yeah. The art is nice. And the three-eyed skull thing is kind of an interesting touch. But those are okay. Surviving on the Open Sea. Kraken and Crab Surprise. This is another one of the recipe cards slash tiny little adventure scenarios. Kraken meat, veggies, butter, flour, milk, salt. Kraken's a rare delicacy when you can get your hooks in it. There's plenty to go around, but if Kraken meat's scarce, use crab leg meat. Cooked and shelled, heat a skillet. Looks tasty. I do like crab dishes. So, giant crab legs. Giant crabs have tasty legs, my friend. The best lure is a skinned chicken. Toss in the water, feel a tug. Best ready your spear. Okay, that's some stats for a giant shark. 5e compatible. Nice. And once again, we have the complete contents in a second. Pirates. We have a pirate gal with a cutlass. We have a dwarf bosun with a spyglass and a treasure chest. Again, effing cool. Makes nice miniatures. This was always one of the things that I did like about them, is the miniatures are the most usable thing that they send. So this little fellow, nicely detailed. Not much armor, as is typical of sailors. Heavy metal. An open chest. Treasure spilling out. Very nice. And then the gal. Possibly a pirate, but maybe just a swashbuckler. With a plumed hat. Cutlass dirk. Maybe she's the captain of her ship. Who knows? Alright. Then we have... This is the rest of that art piece. As these are the maps for a nautical adventure. Undoubtedly included in here. It's got a captain's log on one side. Pirate Cove, cave, island, some seafaring weapons. This is almost a little source book in itself for an area that's kind of been neglected so far with 5th edition, and if that helps out players, give them more weapons, resources, things that are more appropriate for that that niche, this is a good direction for RPGCrate to go into, exploring those areas that people like to play in, but 5th edition hasn't quite caught up to. And of course the 3 one-page adventures written by Chris and Teresa Hinson. Pirate Cove, Anchorhead Cave, and Escape from Diem Island. Diem. Cute. So, those are 3. Each of them has a map on the back, and adventure listing. They're short little adventures. Total levels of 24, average of 6th. So this is for the mid-range party. More advanced than the starting stuff, but yeah. Each of the bookmarks was a slice of the art that they posted on here. So, getting the most out of that art as you can. It's not a bad idea. The big item from Frog God Games, Razor Coast. Treasure from the heart of the Razor. With a huge shark. Really big shark because it's eating ships. And looks like a pair of adventures from just looking at the back of it. The Black Spot by Gary McBride for 4 to 6 5th level characters. Explore the wreck of the Flying Fortune, a ship impaled on the exposed tip of an underwater mountain with a waterfall of gold coins spilling from her shattered hull. That's enough to warm the cockles of most parties' hearts. And Sinful Whispers by Tom Nouse. An adventure of rescue, redemption, in the ancient terrors of a forgotten age for 4 to 6 5th level characters. From ruins where once great Pele trod in rack and wrath, the temptations of an ageless evil speak after centuries of silence. Supernatural and psychological horror. That was fun. The thing I noticed immediately is that the piece has color illustration. It has a textured background, which is nice, more than the stark white. Bit of production value into this. The boxes are all highlighted, make for easy reading, even for somebody with my eyesight these days. Not gonna be able to tell you much about the quality of, you know, how it flows and everything and how good it is yet, but one of these days I'll have to delve back into these and you know, review those on a case-by-case basis. And then there's a bag with clinking. This is what gets me excited. Oh yes, very nice. We have a bunch of awesome pirate nautical themed coins. I very much am a fan of these. Very, very, very much. There's a pair of pistolas. And I'm just too excited. And a mermaid. These are not likely to be coins that you would generally find minted from even a seaside government. These look more like pirate coins, which, you know, you need something to give you some universal trading between pirates. Here's a 25 piece. It's got a treasure map with tentacles. Now that is imaginative and very cool. And the back is the compass rose. 25. Here we have a parrot on a 1 penny piece. The back is Grog. Very nice. Looks like there's 2 of each, which is wonderful. My thought is that at the end of a campaign, if the campaign was that detailed, if the adventurers looked through some of the coins they had left lying around, it would be from all different kinds of denominations as they, you know, cross paths. And the 100 piece is a ship bearing at you. And the other side, a treasure chest. So, I like these coins very much. They are a nice touch. All of them kind of a brassy, bronzish. Yeah, very nice. I love coins. That is one of the props that they can keep giving, and I won't get tired of that. Like I said, too many shirts. I've got a good number. I'd not really begrudging the loss of the shirts on this one. Now, value. I said it was a little underweight, and it's not, you know, chock full. But looking at these things, and again, the things that I could not get any other way, like this bandana. I don't wear bandanas. I'll find a use for this. It's pretty cool. I like it. I don't know what the cost is to get a print bandana, but if I was at a con or something, I would probably pay about $5 to $8 for this. Yeah, it's not bad. So that was the Ruby Skull Pirate Bandana. The Pirate Coins. I believe back when I did the Gamehole Con review, I had bought some Cthulhu coins from Chris. And I think they were about $15, which is pretty consistent to what I pay. It's not something I do often, but for having physical props and things like that you can, you know, throw down and stuff, not enough to really use as a sense of currency, but it is nice if you're going to say, you know, the man attempts to buy your services. He throws down a few coins on the table. If you can actually stand and throw down a few coins on the table, that's pretty cool, especially in the early part of the game. Later on, when you practically need magical items to pique the party's interest, because they already have vast sums of treasure, a prop like that is less useful. But for things like, you know, LARPing perhaps, or early on in a game, it's a nice thing. So those are by Norse Foundry, and so that's cool. Dragon foam, oh yes, of course. There's a sheet of dragon foam at the bottom. all the cut to fit. Not quite enough to cover the bottom. It's a little short. Oh well. It's perfectly fine stuff for what it does. Tear it apart and use it to pack other stuff. It's fine. The Premier Metal Miniatures. There are 3 figures in that. The main figure alone, again, probably about $6. The dwarf, probably about $4 because he's smaller. The treasure chest, about $4 for a prop. Is what I would consider. Halfling pirate, female pirate treasure chest. The halfling pirate has a spyglass. Like I said, he's more like the bosun of a ship. Razor Coast by Frog God Games. What is this about? $15, I'd say. About $15, I would say. Nothing too bad. Not, not a hardcover or anything, but 2 adventures at one, and in a good quality. It's a nice, nice book. I'd say $15 is what I would pay for it. A buck or two for each of the adventures. So, all told, value-wise, yeah, this one did give me decent value. Things I can use. Oh, and I forgot bookmarks. These bookmarks were produced by Bookmarks with a Purpose by RPGCrate.com. Art by Chet Minton. They're perfectly functional bookmarks. I don't use bookmarks heavily, but I have a huge stack. Those will happily join my stack. And then the Adventures on the Open Road. As far as, was it worth it? Yes. Got my money's worth out of it. There's some good stuff in here. I enjoy thinking of different ways that I will be able to use this. Was this a surprise? No, because I knew it was going to be pirates. He told me it was, and he was right. There was no trickery or anything. I got the piratey goodness that I was hoping for. I would probably have been disappointed if I had already had the Frog God Games book, the Razor Coast. Clearly, I would have been more disappointed if I'd had it. I don't know if that's a new release, or I'm pretty sure it's not exclusive to the crate, but since I don't have a lot of Frog God products, that's fine. It's useful for me. The recipe is even cute. I like the recipe. Which I think you forgot to put in your summary, guys. Honestly, I kind of looked forward to seeing this as much as anything, because I like this as a feature. Just something neat. You can't use more recipes. Okay, so, did this one tickle my fancy enough to keep me subscribed? Yeah, we'll go another month. We'll go until they put out one that really sours me on it. Like I said, I think I have fairly decent value for it. Things that I can use, and the adventures will go in with my adventures, to be pulled out sometime when I need a good nautical-themed adventure. I don't have very many of those, so yeah, that's actually a module that I'm excited about getting. I don't do a lot of bandanas, so I'll have to figure out something fun to do with this. Like I said, maybe can put it on the backdrop for the lair. So, well, I hope you've enjoyed this unboxing video. Looks like I'll be doing at least one more of them. I don't think I want to unsubscribe just now. And like I said, as long as health and reason are with me, I will be doing that one and more content for the Lair of OmnusI. I'm Rob. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed my boxing video. I hope you have many safe adventures, nautical or otherwise. Farewell.